told us that he wrote the song having you in mind, or from your point of view. That's interesting. I mean, how did you connect in that regards?
I was trying to work out how to write the song, and he says a line in it where he goes, "If this is the end in fire, then we'll all burn together," and then it all kicked off, so cheers, mate.
And strangely enough, it became one of the favourite lines from the movie. I thought it was from Tolkien's book, that's how good the line is, and then Philippa told me that she wrote it herself, but when you read a line like that, you just look forward to saying it as the character, and I really enjoyed it, so thanks for writing the song. Cool.
How important, I mean, we can talk about it, you know, to get into the right mood, especially in an epic fantasy movie. You not only need sets, you need great costumes, but also music. How do you get into the mindset of a dwarf? I mean, what was important? What was sort of your focus of Thorin?
You know, for me, music and sound is about 80% of the experience when I go to the cinema. But in terms of playing the character, I often build a soundtrack of music because we spend so much time in the trailer or in the makeup chair. So I'd listen to a variety of music every day. Some of Ed's stuff was in it. A lot of heavy rock, some classical music, Black Sabbath, all kinds of rubbish. So
to get you into the sort of get-going mood.
Yeah, and often Pete would play music on set to generate some kind of emotion or drama, which was, you know, it's very useful, and it means you can just play.
Did you get to experience any of the sets that Richard had the chance to look at, or were you far away, someplace?
When the film was about 70% done, so I saw the film without the CGI in it, which was still pretty impressive. But there was a lot of, you could see people holding on microphones and stuff. You can stick it away a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, I just heard you gotta go.
Hello?
Yes,
Would
somebody.
you like some Mary,
No,
sure?
it's yours, gummy bears.
Are you performing?
They're for you.
Thank you.
No, you just have to talk a little bit more. Richard, thank you so much, Ed. All the very best. Thank you for being here. Richard, join us. Yeah, exactly.
Now he's having the gummy bear problem. See? That's why I didn't take one.
Richard, is it true? I read that you joined a circus way back a long time ago. So did you kind of feel like within a new traveling circus being on set working with Peter and all the other actors?
Yeah, it is a kind of circus. You feel like a bit of a hobo for a while. You know, we travelled to the other side of the world and lived out of a suitcase for a while. So it is similar. A lot of the skills that I used in the circus as well came to be used on the movie.
And I see Luke Evans over there, so come on in.
Luke,
Bart.
join us. Okay,
Bart
wait.
the Bowman.
Luke,
Well,
pleasure
you
to
want
meet you.
one? This one he
No, you should
already
need that one.
tried. It's a little wet.
I'll stay away from those streets.
James just told us that you were very, very nice to his kids, and he was very happy that you played their on-screen dad. What was it like with kids and water and animals all around Lake Town?
They're not kids, they're little people with big personalities, and they'd never acted before. Did you know that? Did Jimmy tell you that?
We just heard.
They picked up my Welsh accent, which is very hard to do in the first place, and they did a brilliant job. I couldn't have asked for 3 more brilliant children. They're not children anymore. John Bell's almost as tall as me now.
He grew 10 centimeters during the shooting, right? So he had to change the costumes all around.
But that's an interesting question, because we have the two of you standing right next to each other. When we see you in the movie, Thorin, exactly, Thorin and Bard are different heights. How was it done? I mean, how can we picture it as someone who watches that movie and it's brilliantly done? How was it shot?
There is a certain amount of camera work, post-production trickery. Sometimes they'd stick Luke on a box, sometimes I'd bend my knees when we were doing scenes where we were face-to-face. More often than not, I found myself face-to-face with the fellow actor for the really important stuff. It's usually the wide shots that they use the green screen technology.
We have a couple of questions. Özlem is in charge of our interactive community. Yeah, please step into her office.
There's so many questions, of course, coming in for both of you. One of the questions, actually, Stephen kind of started talking about it. How does it feel to see yourself on the big screen as a dwarf? How does that feel to see that?
It's quite strange because we spent the entire shoot as bigger versions of ourselves. We had padding and often kind of lifts in shoes. So to see what's happened in post-production is shocking, but I enjoy it. I mean, it's part of the texture of the film.
When you guys spend so much time together in another country, do you get something like cabin fever? Do you do strange things? Do you have rituals? Do you get together, have campfires? What happens in those, what was it, 18 months?
Yeah, well, we're so far away from home that we became a family. And it was a long time we were there. And we all had a great time, didn't we? Our real families were hundreds of thousands of miles away. And for that time we were there, we all became brothers in arms, and sisters in arms. There's a couple of girls there too.
Talking about family, Richard, you said a lot of family would come to the premiere today. So who did come?
My mum and my dad, my brother and his wife, and my little nephew.
Oh, where are they?
I think they may be in the theatre already. Oh no, they're over there, signing autographs.
Isn't that exciting when the whole family comes? Because they didn't come to LA, right?
They didn't, but they came all the way down to New Zealand. I don't think I got to the end of the sentence of would you like to come on holiday to New... And the answer was yes, so I had a lot of visitors in New Zealand.
So do you know what you're going to do after the viewing tonight? Do you have plans in Berlin?
Yeah, I'm going to do some visiting tomorrow. I'm going to go and see the Holocaust Museum and a little bit more of sightseeing.
So you like Berlin so far?
I think it's an amazing city. I've been once before and I shot a TV commercial where I was eating crackers all day, so hopefully this one will be a bit more eventful.
I think so. Did you see our scenery already? I mean, isn't this a big thing?
It's incredible. It's not dissimilar to the set we were working on.
Yeah, it is. And then it's 150,000 coins altogether just for today.
That's amazing. Where's your dragon?
There.
About the character that you portray. And the great thing is, we spoke about it earlier today, you not only get to portray Bart, but also one of his ancestors.
That's
And
right.
so you get to jump back and forth with, I think you did it for one day, Girion.
That's right.
What
Yeah.
was it like to wear something that Richard had to wear every day, basically?
It wasn't very nice. I'm not going to lie. It was horrible. And I'm very lucky that I didn't have to sit for 3 hours every morning having prosthetics put on my face and fat suits and heads and oh, there was so much. I didn't have any of that, and just for the one day I play my great grandfather, Girion, Lord of Dale, which was fun. It was very fun. But no, one day was more than enough. Thank you very much.
Do you agree or disagree with what he had to say about wearing all those prosthetics and makeup and wigs?
Yeah, it was pretty uncomfortable, but sometimes we were called to set to rehearse without the costume and the makeup and everything, and I really felt I couldn't do the character without it, so yeah, I just did it and got on with it.
How does it feel with the long hair? If I see guys with long hair, they always have problems, you know, because it's hotter and it's just, you know.
It was interesting at lunchtime because you end up eating most of your hair and having to drag it out of your mouth, which
That's
was
why you had so
pretty
many
awful.
wigs, basically.
Yeah.